Hey,
the
it's a
experience.
title. It's a title.
He's adding it to his resume.
That's right. So, welcome, Shannon Vieira.
Hi.
Hi.
I know I'm still hoarse.
Were you
Of course.
at a ball game this weekend with the
No,
kids?
it's been like this since February
oh
the 26th.
something.
Is that right?
You were out in the weather.
I don't know.
You were something.
It's just been a sicky month. So it just won't go away.
You know,
Maybe it'll stay this
we'll go over
way.
to Fred Lowry and get some fire cider
Maybe that's what I need.
Ooh-wah.
I need something.
Fire cider.
or
Is there-
some sriracha sauce.
There you
You
go.
probably
That'll
got
clear you.
hanging around the house. That's right.
Or some bourbon. I don't know.
Ooh,
Southern Distilling.
that's it.
Yeah.
We've got lots of remedies right here in town, don't
Isn't
we?
it
Well,
good?
well,
And
hi.
there's Nicole. Nicole should have.
Good morning.
You should have some remedies in your war chest.
Remedy. My best remedy is sleep.
I like it, especially after this weekend when we lost an hour.
I know, right?
That's
But we
exactly right.
gained sunshine, so I'm not complaining.
But yesterday it was
We look
so
at the
fun.
positive, boys.
I like it. I
It
like
really zoomed by yesterday, just that 1 hour. And then, of course, by the time 10 o'clock rolls around, which was really 11 o'clock, I'm like, wait, I'm not tired.
Oh, I don't even know what
Yeah.
time it was.
Ugh.
Well, you could be like.
I think I went to bed at 6:00 last night, like old time.
Old time six.
That's
Old
perfect.
timey
Candles.
six.
I don't
Depends on
know.
what you take to go to bed.
No, nothing like that.
Some
Just tired
Z-Quil. So
sometimes.
anyway, all right. So what's going on, girls?
Well, we just, speaking of, losing my voice, we had a wonderful SAGE event, which is our Statesville Area Growth and Excellence Awards, and our annual meeting, which was wonderful. We had to reschedule it. That's why I couldn't remember the date because we had to reschedule it because of that crazy weather. We had
that was on the 20th.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
nuts. Denso sponsors that, our title sponsor, and just all the sponsors. We gave 11 awards. We probably could give out 50, but we'd be still there right now, giving them out.
So happy for Brett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Brett Eckerman, our Citizen of the Year. He was very surprised. I don't know if he's still talking to me yet. He sent me a text the other day asking me a question, and I said, "Are you talking to me again?" Because it was very much an interesting, we don't give away who's receiving the awards.
Right.
We just pleasantly say, come,
Mhm.
show up. And he was trying hard to get out of it. And then when we changed the date, he was out of town.
Oh,
So
how
it
handy.
was rough.
Yeah.
I had to tell him he was giving out an award for me to get him there. So it was rough. So
Don't you
anyway,
hate that?
Well, we pulled it off.
we
Yes, you
did.
did. Yes, you
Pulled it
did.
off.
But,
That's great.
we gave lots of great awards, including our Fusion Award, which is really a cool award where we try to really highlight collaboration in our community between different entities. We highlighted this year if you haven't been to the new Statesville Historical Museum, that Dr. Hill and Sammy Holland and the Holland building that they just renovated, and it's just
beautiful.
amazing.
Yeah,
And
it is.
Mhm.
with the North Carolina African American Heritage Commission and some other things, there's just some cool stuff going on there. We gave the Statesville Convention and Visitors Bureau and the Historical Collection, all of that, Dorothy Woodard. That was really cool. We also, Charlie was our outgoing chair, and he had an inaugural chairman awards to highlight Piedmont Healthcare, which I think Jeff will be here tomorrow. And he couldn't be there because he was out of town because we switched the date. So um, they had someone else accept that award. Ardell Health and Genzo, they were our recipients this year. So that was great. It was a wonderful evening, just celebrating our new businesses in the community. There's folks that just do a lot of great stuff. It's my favorite way to kick off the year every year.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Yeah, and then highlight all the work we did last year and kind of showcase what we're doing this year.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Lots of big stuff.
Yeah.
Lots of great stuff coming.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, and actually, this year, because we had to change the date, our keynote speaker wasn't available.
yeah.
So we quickly rearranged what we were doing and came up with a wonderful idea of
Oh,
having
yeah.
a panel.
Yes, thank you. I forgot about that.
Yeah, the panel that came,
Yeah.
the panel that was there was talking about our Leadership Statesville program, our leadership development program in general, and then our advocacy and our education
Yeah.
and talent. So the three folks that came up were
Yeah.
John Childress, Lisa Familio, and Jeff Taylor. He had come up also, just talking
Yeah.
about these programs that we have
Yep.
and highlighting which was really neat because just in February, we had two big events, Child Care Crisis Summit, and then we had a STEM collaboration. We
Mhm.
were down in Mooresville, just getting partners together to share with them a little bit more about what we're doing in education and talent. And so imagine in this wonderful event at for the Child Care Crisis Summit, we had about 75 people there. But in our audience for Sage, there were maybe 6 people that had attended that. So 6 people out of 250. And then for our STEM event, we had, close to 60
Wow.
leaders and industry leaders for that event. And maybe there were 10 in our audience for Sage. And then at Leadership Statesville, we had quite a few alumni and
Mhm.
participants. But to have 250 people in a room hear all about Leadership Statesville, the Child Care Crisis Summit, our advocacy programs,
Mm.
advocacy efforts, as well as education and talent and what we're doing, that makes a really big
Yeah.
impact.
It's
Oh yeah,
great. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. So that
That's
was
great.
cool. That was
You
cool.
always have some great seminars and study programs, I guess, whatever you want to call it, but some great speakers that you wrangle up that maybe you haven't even heard of before, but once you hear them, wow,
Yeah. We
they've got some
try.
great insights. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll be posting photos. We got the full gallery back from that night. So you'll
Oh,
see
yay.
more photos from the evening this week on our social media.
Very nice. You're
Yeah.
being very social. All right, so are we ready to talk to our special guest
Well,
today?
we should. We should. Today, our guest, we have Kevin Draco with Dragon Dogs. And so he is a hot dog cart, but there's signature dogs on this hot dog cart. So imagine
Imagine that.
the Dragon Dog, a Carolina dog, Chicago dog, and of course, a chili cheese dog.
I got to have it.
Right?
That would cure that hoarseness you got.
If I ate chili, yeah.
Oh, well, meatless
He
chili.
doesn't have it. I already talked to him about it. We've already had the combo. He
Fine.
doesn't do.
I'm just not your
Vegetarian.
spot.
It's
Just
okay.
not
It's all
He
good.
don't have to be everything to everyone.
No,
He's
man.
a
He's gonna
hot
make the
dog.
Shannon dog.
I
Yeah.
know. I could just bring him a hot dog and he could put all the
Well,
fixins on it
Put a
for me.
piece of celery on a roll.
It's called sushi.
No, you don't. You do you, man. You do you. Tell us about your hot dogs, Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, I think it's interesting. Just first off, how we got going with it,
Yeah.
right? We were living here. We had a beautiful bed and breakfast. The
Yeah.
town supported us. We moved back to Colorado to be near our boys. And about 2 years in, my beautiful wife laid the biggest mama guilt on the children and asked them to move back to Statesville because she missed it so much. And then I thought, okay, well, I really liked what I do here. What am I going to do? I love cooking food. And so hot dogs it was. Ultimately, it's what it ended up being. And I try to be different, right? I mean, there's hot dogs everywhere. You can get a hot dog. I don't know. You can name the places that there's hot dogs.
Oh,
However, I
yeah.
thought, what can we do that's a little different? And I always love to be creative with food.
Right.
Mm.
And so the first thing I came up with was the Dragon Dog itself. By the way, Dragon, because our name is Draco. So we thought,
Oh,
Dragon's
Draco,
that fits, right?
Dragon.
Okay.
Ah, you guys
That
get
is
it,
cool.
right?
All
Why didn't
right.
I figure that out? Especially as a Harry Potter nut.
And then I said, well,
Dang it.
if you're going to brand it, you better have a dog to brand it with. And I thought, well, okay,
Yeah,
let's go with the
slick.
Dragon Dog, which is more Asian fusion. So it's,
Yeah.
and this year we amped it up. I didn't think it was spicy enough last year. And I
Oh,
think
love a
most
spicy
people that
food.
were here said, well, you can't do a spicy hot dog that, nobody's really ever seen or heard
man,
of
I
in
like spicy
Statesville. It's
food.
not going to sell. What are you doing? You need to sell what the people want. And I thought, well, there's a lot of people that have blended into the community now from all over,
Oh gosh, yeah.
Mm.
right? And so I figured they can go get a regular hot dog anywhere. Let's do something very cool. And
Mm.
so the Dragon Dog was kind of invented, and that was and is very spicy kimchi. Then an Asian slaw. And I also decided, well, I don't want the slaw soggy. I want it to have a crunch. So we put the slaw on dry, and I have a homemade our scratch made Asian dressing that we throw on to give it a little bit of sweetness and just not heat. And then we have jalapenos and sriracha ketchup and a new product because I was making it and I got tired of making it, to be honest with you. I wanted it to be a little bit easier. There's a lot that goes into making it all right. And it's called Sriracha Gold. And I thought, well, what would be the difference with this from Sriracha? And then I tasted it and there's a whole lot more heat.
Oh,
And so I was like, okay, this will round it out. And we did our first. We opened this past Thursday at Mitchell downtown.
mhm.
What a campus! Kids, faculty, all so supportive and complimentary. And the Dragon Dog outsold every other dog almost 5-1,
Wow.
which was
fun.
amazing
That
because
is
I
amazing.
just didn't expect it. And I'm like, okay,
We've got
this
some
is affirmation that we
adventurous
got it right.
people.
And we do all the regulars too. I don't want you to think that, oh, well, I can't get a Carolina dog. I think
Mhm.
here everybody says all the way, which is slaw, chili, mustard, onions.
Yeah.
The other interesting thing though in the South is, I'm a Northerner, as you know, I am a
I
Yankee.
couldn't tell.
Yeah. Didn't know anything about that.
Yeah. And so up north, nobody does yellow mustard that I know of.
Oh,
It's always
golden.
spicy,
Yeah.
golden
Mm.
deli
Oh, I like
type
spicy.
mustard.
I like spicy.
When I'm down here and I offer a Carolina dog or somebody says I want mustard, I have to ask every single person yellow or and
Yellow or brown.
and usually, I mean, for the most part, it is the yellow. So
Yeah.
kind of interesting learning the
Do you use mayonnaise on anything?
it's funny you mention it. I've gotten so many requests on my first time out because I'm not used to
Mayonnaise
carrying
on
it. I
hot
didn't
dogs?
bring it with me, but I am. Yes.
Oh,
Have to because everybody asked for it.
They asked for mayonnaise.
Yes.
I'm not a mayonnaise eater.
Dukes.
That's it.
Ugh.
There's only one mayonnaise. There's
Okay.
one.
Don't
So-
tell
You
us.
wanna
I
be
can
in
better,
the South?
don't-
So-
you better not even say.
You know,
what
my
you-
slaw is also very scratch made, and
Don't
I'm
tell
very,
it. You
very
don't-
proud of it. And I'm sorry, Southerners. I am just a Hellman's fiend.
Oh,
Sorry.
At
Sorry.
At least you didn't say the other word.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
What's the other word?
salad dressing.
Oh no, that's not even
Whoa.
mayonnaise.
Kraft.
I know.
No.
I
What's
know.
Kraft salad
Miracle
What's
Whip.
Miracle
Whip.
You will,
Yeah.
and I hate
Yeah,
to.
Miracle Whip.
Sorry if there's Miracle Whip lovers or if
No.
anybody works there, but I just cannot stand that. So-
Nobody likes
Same.
that.
By the way, if I had to have
But
a
if you have to
backup,
have packets of
it'd be
mayonnaise,
Dukes.
just put
Okay.
some Dukes out
It
there
would-
and you'll be fine.
and I do like the Duke's special mayonnaise. They got spicy mayonnaise.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
have so
they
many
are that.
different ones, and I
Yeah.
do like the. Look,
Okay.
I'm
That's
right
all
down
right.
the middle with it.
You're okay. We're good.
It's your hot dog
That's all
stand.
right.
You do what you want, man.
Kevin, tell us a little bit about your schedule. Where are you going to be? Where can we find you?
Yes. So working on still finishing it a little bit, but every Thursday we are downtown at Mitchell College, except this week because it's spring break.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that until last week. Somebody says, "Hey, you won't be here next week," and I said, "I won't." Okay. And so
When you are there, where are you on
right on the
campus?
main campus, if you're looking at the campus to
Right.
the main building that's facing Broad,
right.
we're on the right hand side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right on the corner there. It's a really nice spot. Very nice. Everybody's wonderful there. We just signed up for Southern Charmers Country Store. We'll be there
Oh,
every
nice.
Wednesday.
Very nice.
And right now it looks like every Friday at Mattress Firm and right next to the Walmart there. I thought I'd
Yeah.
give that a shot. We'll see if people can pull in. There's a lot of other competition there
Where's
for
that at?
food. Right by the Walmart.
when
Next
you
to
turn
McDonald's,
next
across
to
from Panera.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. Or what?
She
Yeah,
was.
she
Boy, that was
That
way
was
before my
well.
years even. I never knew that.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I
So
know where
how
you're going.
can-
I'm trying to think of where.
And then it looks like we'll be at the end of March. We're going to be at Blake's Country Store, which I'm excited about because I love their
that's-
business and I love their
yeah.
model and I love what they do. It's a lot of
And
fun.
They've got a
Union
big
Grove.
event coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Union Grove. Okay. Wow.
Nice.
You are.
So can folks
We're
find
getting
you
around.
mostly find you on social media or on your website? Do you have a calendar
yes.
schedule?
Always post a schedule weekly. It's Dragon Dogs NC. Had to have North Carolina in there because Dragon Dogs are apparently taken nationally.
Oh,
So dragondogsnc.com, you can find our schedule. We also do private catering. So
Oh.
when Billy has his big family gathering and, everybody's out in his, monstrous property in the backyard,
Yes.
for acres, we can put Dragon Dogs hot dogs there for him.
Yes.
Should he like.
Back in the kudzu and all the other weeds, wild honeysuckle that are growing. By the way, because we have the new special stuff, we have a QR code on the screen that you can just snap it and it'll take you right to Dragon Dog NC.
That's awesome.
That's
Nice.
look at this
That's
producer.
fancy.
Let's give him a
I
hand.
know,
Ron.
Woo.
For all you
Paramedic
folks
Ron.
for all you listening folks out there, you need to jump on Facebook and take a look at this beautiful studio. We've got cameras
I
everywhere.
hope my back of my hair looks all right.
Yeah,
You're
right.
good. You're good.
While the studio is beautiful, the people are more.
The people are
Aw.
fantastic.
Oh,
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much for being here with us
Thank
today.
you for
We
having me.
really,
Awesome.
truly look forward to seeing you more downtown
ma'am.
and checking out your schedule and seeing where you're at. So
Thank you for having me.
he's also listed on the chamber website in our directory too. So if you can't find his website, come to our page and we'll help direct you. All right.
Perfect.
So our second guest is Joey Waters, and Joey is with or has created Joey Finds Toys, and he's always looking for vintage toys and cool nostalgia stuff. So tell us a little bit about how you like to look for and what are you looking for, Joey?
Yeah, so I just love that vintage nostalgia stuff, kind of when I was a kid or even or before that, 50s, 60s, the 70s and 80s. Obviously, when I grew up, it was 80s and 90s.
Mhm.
But all that kind of stuff, the Transformers, the G.I. Joes, the Ninja Turtles, and any cool like movie memorabilia, the posters and stuff. And I kind of want to be basically like American Pickers. I want to get
Yeah.
in people's basements and attics. Maybe your
Oh.
kids moved out a few years ago and they have all their stuff up there and it's just taking up space. Well, give me a call because I want the toys. So I'm just trying to, find all the toys.
That's so fun because I had mentioned, I'd had a storage unit for so long because, and then the kids were finally moving out. And now I have still, like my oldest daughter, I've got 5 boxes of her stuff. I'm like, come on, girl. And I know there's stuff in there. 'Cause
Yeah.
she's a keeper. So
My Little Pony.
I
No,
just
she-
I
it
actually
wasn't
bought
My
a ton of My
Little
Little
Pony.
Ponies the other
Wait,
day.
is that your place?
I wish it was. That's actually an estate sale. So I moved back here. I'm originally from China Grove, but I lived in Austin, Texas for a while, and that is an estate sale that you're watching on Facebook there,
Holy crap.
just outside of Austin.
yeah, all those
um,
matchboxes, that'll be my
they-
son in 10
They actually
years.
found they found an Atari game there that they sold in like 3 days for $18,000. It was one of the holy grails of my buddy actually spotted it in a picture, and he was nice enough to tell him about it. And they gave him a
Wow.
$500 finder's fee, but
Nice.
but yeah, you never, and that's what I love, right? That it's exciting. You never know what you're going to find. It's like, I feel like I'm a pirate, right? I'm a treasure hunter. So yeah, so I want to find all the treasure out there.
So I
That's
just
super
don't,
exciting.
I watched American Pickers
Yeah.
for a while. And sometimes you have to watch something else.
Right.
So anyway, so how do you go out and you find something
Mhm.
and you're like, oh, very calmly and coolly, you go to the person, how much you take for that? And they'll go, I don't know, $15. Can you do 5? Is that what you do?
Well, sometimes it depends. I try to be fair to people, right? I want people. I'm not just going to take advantage of people. I really try to get a price that's going to work.
No, let's see.
Yeah,
That's what you
Oh,
do.
we do. Yeah, we do.
Oh.
Yeah. Shannon was actually my first customer here as far as buying. Or I was her in Statesville. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, no, I try to be fair to people. I mean, I am a reseller. So I am trying to, my landlord likes me to pay my rent.
Sure.
But no, I'm not going to lowball somebody. If I find something, now, if I take it home and I didn't see something, that's a different story. If it turns out to be more expensive, but if I see it there, no, I'm going to pay a fair price. I'm not just going to lowball. and everybody, I feel like nowadays consumers are more, or even sellers are more, wise now with Google Image and everything out there, all the resources to find out what
Oh,
your
yeah.
stuff is kind of worth. But,
Mhm.
So what was it that you got? You got to tell it now.
yeah. So
You start.
Okay.
You
So actually went in the chamber. I was actually looking for a map of Statesville because I'm gonna do
we
some.
we don't have maps at the chamber.
Yeah,
Please don't come for
Yeah,
that.
don't come- sorry, I shouldn't say that.
But
But
come for,
I was going in there for a reason, and because I'm put out some flyers all around Statesville, so you're gonna start seeing some flyers about Joey Fun's Toys out. Anyway,
All
so I was looking for a map, and Nicole said, I swear she said, oh, my friend has a bunch of Funko Pops. She
Excuse
said-
me?
Yeah, the Funko Pops. You know what those are? The little big head, bobblehead.
Oh,
they're not
no.
bobbly, but
You don't know
yeah.
what Billy Buck does not know what a
Fun co-pops.
Fun.
I gotcha.
Just Google it later.
They're everywhere, man. Yeah, we'll show you
Ron,
later.
find him in
Yeah.
an image.
Yeah.
But anyway, she said and I was like, okay, so I guess I contacted you, and
Yeah.
she's like, yeah.
Where was I? Because I wasn't there.
Mm-mm.
Was it
So it
during
was
the
in-
holidays?
It was probably October, November-ish.
Maybe it was around your vacations and just out of
Yeah.
English.
Yeah,
You were getting ready to go on vacation.
Yeah, I
think
wasn't
that's what
there,
it was.
so that's why he didn't know
Yeah.
who I was.
but I didn't. It's always kind of a little nerve wracking to go to somebody's house and stuff. You
Yeah.
never know what you're gonna who you're gonna meet, what you're gonna do. Are you gonna get robbed or something? So I got to her house, and it turns out I didn't know she was the chamber
Oh.
president. I thought she was just Nicole's friend, and we got talking. I was like, oh wait a minute, you're the chamber president.
Mind you, it was a Sunday. I wasn't like, I was in like t-shirt.
Yeah, this,
Oh,
this,
yeah,
was, this
sure,
was
absolutely.
This
sweatpants,
was
Shannon.
Shannon with no makeup on.
Yeah.
And, if anyone knew Chris, he had like this massive collection. And we were like, inherited this. And we're like, what are we going to do with this mess?
Yeah, it's one of the
So-
most impressive collections I've seen. I mean, he kept everything like pristine, and they're like
Oh.
perfect. So yeah, it was
So
fun to
what
walk
was
through.
funny about the whole interaction was Aiden was with me because Max was gone. He was somewhere. He was Boy Scouting weekend.
Yeah.
And Aiden had because Chris kept excellent records and he has this app on his phone. And Aiden was behind the scenes. Joey doesn't know this. He was like, Joey's like, making his little pile. And I was just like, I don't care. Just take it. Get rid of it. We're not doing anything with this stuff.
Exactly.
And Aiden was like, after we got done with our dealings, he left. Aiden goes, I don't think you got a good deal for that stuff. He should have paid more for that stuff. And I said, Aiden, he is reselling it. He's not going to pay us full. He's not buying it to have in his house like Dad did. He wants to resell it. He's not going to pay you full price.
Well, and the app that Aiden was looking at is like it's the Funko app, which the prices there are going to be higher than any
know.
other place.
Oh,
And I was like,
And so Joey was like, man, I gave you you telling me what you told me.
yeah, okay. Well, I knew your husband had passed and recently, and they were his Funko. So I'm not gonna, I'm not going to lowball this widow here with her husband, her husband. So I probably paid. I mean, I've still made some money, but I probably
He probably
paid up a
could have
little bit.
taken like a whole lot more and still paid the same price.
Yeah.
That was
So
about it.
all I'm saying, I really try to be fair to people.
But it
So
was a really funny story because he knew who I was. Nicole was just like, oh my gosh, Shannon, this guy comes in. He's like, wants to buy your Funkos. I was like, send him, please. But it was just funny because Aiden thought that I should have charged him more. And I was like, no, man, he should have taken more. I would have
That's
given him
right.
like 10 more.
Can I just say, honey, don't you ever. I will haunt you.
I say,
Oh,
Cindy.
No.
Go say,
Christian
Cindy.
did not leave
Listen.
anything in his will about what to do with the Funko.
Oh,
So it's
man,
up
oh,
to me.
shucks.
Man, trust me,
So-
no one else has come looking for him. I'm waiting for Joey to come back.
I'm
for
probably
some
I'm
more.
gonna go back for round two. I'm gonna be hard. I'm gonna be a harder negotiator
Yes,
this
he
time.
will.
But
So do you look for like Sandra has an old Popeye puppet and do you
I'll
look for
look
any
at
of that
anything.
stuff?
Yeah, I look at anything. I love all the vintage, older stuff, the Disney stuff, anything from back in the day. And with everything now, you can just shoot a picture of it, send it to me,
Oh,
and I can see if I'm interested in it or not. That's I think you're looking at my antique booth there in
Yeah.
Round Rock, Texas. That I had. It was a lot of fun. I might get another antique, but that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I
got a
would
Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah, I would love to have a toy store downtown. I looked at some places about a month ago, but I think I just moved back here and it was probably a little too soon. But yeah, I'll look for a toy store. Hopefully, maybe this year coming up. And the end of the year, I've already rented the convention center, and I'm going to do a vintage toy convention here downtown, the convention center, December 6th.
Really?
That'd be
That'll be
cool.
Yep.
Oh, I
Christian
saw
would've been
that.
Your
It's,
biggest
uh,
customer too.
it's-
He'd bought all
So
your
are you going to
stuff.
be looking for additional vendors for that?
I
at-
am.
at
Yep.
the Civic
Not
Center?
sure. We've got a lot of months now, so still getting all the
Right.
details. But I want to. It's going to be Christmas themed. I'm thinking. I need a Santa Claus, so we're going to have
Billy.
I know, right?
There it
I
is.
know,
Okay,
I
yeah.
love Billy.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
so Billy's agreed to be our Santa Claus. That's not true.
Oh,
Hey, oh.
That just happened.
I gotta see that.
No, but that we might need
like
a food truck, so I might
Toy
need
con.
some hot dogs out there.
Talk to you.
Yep. So
There
we'll do
you
that.
are.
So it's gonna be lots of vendors. Definitely looking for vendors. So if you have vintage stuff
I'm
out
selling
there,
Funko
yeah,
Pops.
we're at- well,
Save me a booth,
Shannon
Joey.
will have her Funko
Save
table.
me a booth. I'm
Um,
gonna get them boys selling
Right.
some Funko Pops.
So I'm excited. I like to partner with Toys for Tots as well. It's doing us
Oh,
all
that'd
out
be
there now,
awesome.
but
Oh.
Yeah.
to kind of to do that as well. But
So
Joey-
Statesville Toy Con.
That's
Yeah,
a
that'd
really
be
cool
great.
image. I like
Love it.
December
that.
6th. So, Joey, how can people get in touch with you? If they've got an attic full, how can they get in touch with you?
yeah, I'm just Joey Finds Toys on all the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I have little videos of me going out trying to find stuff. You can check that out. And then you can also call me. I'm okay with that. 512-917-1080.
Do that again.
512-917-1080. Feel free to call, text pictures of your stuff.
We need to
Awesome.
connect him with Juliana, who does the organization stuff.
Yes, that's a
because
great connection.
Yeah, 'cause
She's a
Yes.
professional organizer, so
Yes.
imagine she goes into homes and finds these things and
Yes.
doesn't really want to deal with that aspect of it. So that's a great
Yeah.
connection.
Please, Juliana, call me.
Juliana Kaufman, if you're listening.
Thanks you guys both for being here. Two
Yeah.
really unique
Yeah, I love
businesses right
it.
here in Statesville. You can find more information about Dragon Dogs and Joey Finds Toys on the chamber website also. Quick mention before we jump off here. We've got our Women's Actualized full day conference coming up.
Mm.
That's March 20th. We've got a full day of speakers, breakout sessions. We'll feed you a wonderful lunch. We'll have some yoga and movement incorporated into the day. We're really looking forward to this event for women. Men can come too if you'd like, but it's really focused on supporting and empowering women.
When you say movement, what do you mean? You're going
So
to
imagine chair yoga or
Oh.
breathing. If you're inside all day long and you're
Yeah.
moving around from session to session, your brain is working really hard. Sometimes you need to move your body in order to keep your energy up. So
I
we've got
like it.
Yeah.
movement
Excellent
And
going
you
idea.
can do
on.
that when you're back at your office, when you're back at your regular day to
Mhm.
day too.
That's
Sometimes
right.
we forget to move our body. You know, my watch, it says time to stand, Shannon.
That's
Mhm.
And I'm
it.
like, probably is because I've been sitting for 2 hours. So it's a nice little reminder.
Yeah, we want to
That's
thank our
cool.
sponsors, Bobcat, Piedmont Healthcare, KKPR Marketing, Legacy Oral Surgery, and John C. Packman for supporting us for this.
Yes.
It's going to be a great day. If you're looking for tickets, on our website, go under our featured events, and that's Actualized.
And I think it's on the front page too. You can click on the front to get tickets too.
Yeah.
And what's that website?
StatesvilleChamber.org.
That's it.
Thank you.
You did good.
Thanks.
All right, thanks. Chamber chat here this morning. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was
All
fun.
right,
Thank
it is
you.
9:30.